Alright, what you see here is a Hampton Bay Carriage House 2 ceiling fan, manufactured in September of 2005, but it was actually bought in February of 2008. This fan replaced my Hampton Bay carousel, and it went up in the living room, and it was up from 2008 up until October of 2014 when it was replaced by the Coda Residency, one of the two that isn't, which is now broken, sadly, which I'm going to fix soon, hopefully, or I might just give it to Brandon or Mark, or let them see what they can do with it to try to get it working again, because I really do like it, the code up. But this fan is very sentimental to me. It's actually a huge childhood fan. Had this fan since I was in the 11th grade, and this is probably just as sentimental to me as the carousel. But the only reason why the carousel is a bit more sentimental is because I had it when I was a lot younger. And it was actually one of the first fans that was like the first fan I saw installed. It was just like it's more sentimental to me than this, but this fan is still a very sentimental fan to me. And back when I first started YouTube, this is actually the fourth fan that I recorded and I uploaded. This is like the fourth fan that I did a video of. I first did the kitty cam in my bedroom in the DR, the kitty cam in the guest room, then the kitty cam in the dining room, and then I did a video of this. Now this is it's actually a very powerful fan, especially for Hampton Bay. It's actually probably close to a Hunter air movement, like in the quality of the air movement, but the metal parts of the fan are a bit cheap. That's the only thing that stinks about this fan. But even though it's a very cheap, it isn't the best made fan, the air movement does make up for it. So yeah, one of the light bulbs is burnt out, the one that's closer to the wires. But yeah, the Rosewood side isn't faded at all. Like some of the oak blades on the other, on the oak side of the blades, some of them were losing the coloration. Luckily, it's not doing that with the Rosewood side, because that's my favorite side to show with this fan. And honestly, I actually, if we had a place, if we were moving to a new place and my mom needed a bedroom fan, and I didn't have the right at home or the brake brass affinity, etc., I actually would put this in her room, because well, she likes it. It's a three-way switch for the lights. So, and also she loves the Rosewood on its fan, so I feel like she would like this a lot. She doesn't really care for quality, but she just wants something that moves there. And this definitely would be perfect for her. But since the place we're going to can't have fans, that won't happen. But one of these days, whenever I get my own place, I'll probably put this in the basement somewhere. Kind of like how some collectors have like a ton of fans hung up. This could go in a basement or maybe a fan garage, like what Cole Smago did many years back. But yeah, it's a sorry about that. People outside yelling. Something I'm not gonna miss about this place is that like at nighttime people walk by and they're pretty loud. Where we're going is a lot more quiet. So yeah. But aside from that, this fan is actually very powerful. It's probably just as powerful as the Hunter low profile I have in my living room, and it's probably either that as powerful as that or the Hampton Bay Cameron 2. And yes, Hampton Bay Cameron 2 is a Hampton Bay fan, obviously, but it is actually a very powerful fan, and it's a very well made fan. So this is probably just as close as that. And considering this is a hugger fan, it's actually quite surprising that it moves so much air. So yeah, just cause you got, and there's some people who probably don't care, like, oh, he's just doing it. Well, I have the last video he does here be about a Hampton Bay fan. Reason is because this fan is just so sentimental to me. So and I am gonna be doing more videos about other fans too that are not just Hampton Bay. But I figured this one I really need to like record and like cover up, like just like get this one out of the way. I feel like this is the perfect fan to record before this will be the last floor testing fan I do until I go into the new place. So I figured out of all the fans that I rather floor test one before I move, I'd rather have this one be the last one. So this one is just has so many I have so many memories with back when it was still installed, and also I never floor tested this fan at all. So I feel like it's fitting that I do it right before I move out of here. So yeah, let me go ahead and show you the lights working. But yeah, I just love how the brass and rose look on this fan. It's really nice. I do wish that Hunter did on walnut or rosewood on what they did, but like I wish it was like more reddish like this. Yeah, it's just such a beautiful finish on this fan. Yeah, my mom would love this in her bedroom. She really liked this fan a lot back when it was installed. Yeah, the first two. Oh man, I just love to finish. Just having those two on with the brass and the rosewood right next to each other. It's really attracting. It really is. And then the other one. Yes, that one burned out. But it doesn't really look as nice with this light bulb. These ones are a lot brighter and they have a better coloration to them. And all three. Yeah, that one's burnt out though. So. Oh man, it's bringing back a lot of memories. I used to stare at this fan most of the time, like it was just off. I had the lights on. Just look at how nice it looked with the brass and rosewood. Yeah, whenever I get my own place, this is probably gonna be a fan I install somewhere. I don't care if it's a cheap or made fan. I just like this fan too much. It's my choice, so please respect that. But it moves a good amount of air, so that's the other reason why I wouldn't mind having this installed. Probably go somewhere like maybe like a game room for like whenever I have a kid. Or not, that'd probably be the carousel. But or even a kitchen. I wouldn't mind putting this in a kitchen, but like, it depends. I want to find somewhere to put this in whenever I get my own place, because I really do like this fan a lot, and I feel like it's too nice of a fan to not have installed. I actually do miss having this fan installed, and I actually did have thoughts about putting this in the dining room, since the dining room ceiling is a lot more leveled. And that was the reason why we took this down, because the ceiling in the living room is not leveled properly, so it makes the fan off kiltered or off centered, resulting in the motor scraping against the motor housing sometimes. So yeah. Let me go ahead and shut off the light. And start the fan off on low. Hold on a second. Yeah, we'll just do that. I was just showing an example. It's not doing that right now, but I was like leaning the motor towards the motor housing just to like show you guys like the sound it would make sometimes when it was on. And the funny thing is, it didn't do that when we first put it up back in 2008. It only started doing that like a year or two, like around 2013, 2014. Like right around like before we took it down, it started to do that. Now what it was is the whatever that was holding it up, it was like bolts that hold the motor to the switch housing. Those would loosen up a little bit just by me pulling the protein on the fan, and it would have to be tightened every. We had my uncle, well he's my cousin, but he's the one who knows a lot about which he actually knows how to put up the fan and stuff. We had him this is back when I didn't know too much about fans at the time, how to do stuff with them. He tightened up like the bolts on it, but and the fan didn't make that noise anymore. We tightened up the blades as well because they were getting a bit. The blade arms were starting to get loose from the motor. And then like a few months, like 5 months later, it started doing the same thing. So that's when I decided, you know what, it's not worth having to take this fan apart completely until the motor. All that remains is the motor, just to tighten it up and then put it back together again. So that's the main reason why I took this down. Honestly, if it didn't, I would have put this in my bedroom, honestly, out of all the fans that I have. Just because I feel like this matches my mom's style the most. If it was my choice, I'd prefer to put something better, but my mom, I feel like she would appreciate this one the most. And it does move a good amount of air for a hugger fan too, so that's why I wouldn't mind putting this in here, in her room, to be honest. Now it is wobbly quite a bit on low, but it actually never did that when it was installed. It's only because it's being floor tested, and when it's on the ceiling, it would it's kind of like the low profile, it would it's kind of like a ball socket fan, like you put it in and it locks in place like that. Same thing with this, like it just locks in place when it's hung right side up from those bolts that hold the motor to the mounting bracket. But since it's not like that, it's a lot more. The motor's a bit more loose. It has a tiny hum. It always had one, but well, it had one like since the past couple of years. Like when we first got it, it was dead silent. But since I used it quite a bit over the years, it started to develop a hum to it. And I don't care what other people say about this fan. This is definitely one of my favorite fans, and I actually will be honest. Like I never really make up. The only fan that I didn't mind that I feel like it's a cheap fan that I have is that doesn't move any air almost at all. Is the Whittleton. This fan I'm not going to defend. It's actually a very good air mover. It's just cheaply made, but the performance of this fan is pretty outstanding for a newer fan, especially a hugger fan. Well, this one's not really newer. This is a 2005 one, but the motor's from 2005. But this is like more modern fan. It's actually a pretty good one. It's where like when I was a kid, I remember like all these fans from like the 2000s. I feel like were newer, and now I feel like they're not that new anymore since it's been over 10 years. So now those are the ones that I feel like are going to be considered vintage fans sometime in the future. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep quiet because this one shortest fan running a bit, but I am a bit tired, so I've already said all I wanted to say about this fan in the previous video, so yeah. But one thing though is this fan, I do feel a nice breeze from it just on low, and just sitting from right over here. Alright, let me go ahead and show off the light while it's on low. Oh, man, I really love how the Rosewood works with the night on. It's definitely one of my most, in my opinion, it's probably one of my most beautiful fans that I have. And honestly, when I put up the Code of Urgency, I really did miss the Rosewood when we took this down. I like the finish on, even though the I don't know what color, I think it was like mahogany or something like that on the blades or stencil. It was nice looking, but I liked this a lot more. And just seeing this fan on no with the lights on with the Rosewood blades, it reminds me a lot like back when I used to have it on in the winter time like this all the time. Yeah, this fan does bring back a lot of memories of seeing it like this, which is the main reason why I have this being the last fan that I floor test here. It's kind of like I get to feel relive those memories again in my mind, and like feel like remember the emotions. That's it's like just like one last time I feel them before we move out. Kind of like wait for like parting ways of this place in a fan video. This is actually the first fan I recorded at this place, and this will also be the last. So I find this pretty fitting, to be honest. I think it was this or the Glendale, but I think it was this one that I recorded first. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and shut off the light and move the fan up to medium. Yeah, it's starting to have a bit of a startup sound. It didn't do that back when it was installed. I can hear it a bit like usually the startup sound like it will be like for the first 5 seconds while it's starting up. but it's kind of like I can still hear it while it's on medium. But I didn't hear it in the other video I just did of it with the oak blades. But yeah, it does have a pretty fast medium speed. I'm pretty surprised. A lot of fans don't even go this fast on high. So like the Glendale part goes this fast, on, just a tiny bit faster than New England speed on this fan, to be honest. And I am feeling a great amount of air just on medium. And not so many fans. I don't think honestly, I don't even think some of the 100 fans that I've tested I don't think there's been 100 fans that I've tested that I felt this much air just on medium. Maybe, but I don't remember, to be honest. Well, I wouldn't doubt it, but it's definitely a very powerful fan. Although I do miss this fan being installed a lot. I honestly wouldn't mind having this in my bedroom, to be honest, just for a little while. I don't know how often I'll be switching out the fans in my bedroom at the new place, but this could be a possible one that I put in my bedroom just to bring back memories of having it installed. It's nice enough, and also it's my style, so yeah. Because one of my friends who's also a fan collector, he said that if I have so many fans, I might as well enjoy them by having them installed, not just having them sitting in the closet just for decoration. So well, this one's already been used so much, so like that one I did enjoy quite a bit, but might as well, it's not a bad thing to enjoy a fan more after all this time. Also, having it as a bedroom fan would be pretty fitting and make it even more sentimental to me. And like I remember having this fan back when the Wii first came out. Like when my mom and I went to the Nintendo World in New York to get just, and we got a Wii there because it was sold out all over the place here. I remember like playing Super Mario Galaxy and having this fan on. Mario Kart Wii and stuff with Smash Bros. Back when they were brand new games. Now they're somewhat old, but yeah, just like this fan, like it's been up there ever since like when I was growing up, like more into like my pre-adolescent years into who I am now. Like, it was like up until like when I was 11, up until I was like 17 before I turned 18. So it's been there for a while, and it's like a fan that I've always had up since I like now while I was like changing over the years into the person I am now. So it's yeah. Let me go ahead and show it with the white while it's on medium. But yeah, I don't remember the medium speed being this fast, to be honest. I honestly think my grandmother would like this fan in her house, in place of her Bahama. I've been trying to convince her, but I actually would love to find another one just like this, just to give it to her, because I feel like she would like it a lot more. And I feel like this is nicer looking, just like appearance-wise. Don't get me wrong, I love generic huggers like that one, but which is why I want to try to convince her to let me have it. But yeah, Brandon told me to switch it at our minister Justin and I give this to her to swap it out. But I was just this specific one is just too sentimental to me that I can't do that. Brandon C. Johnson, that is not Brandon E. Johnson. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and shut off the light and move the fan up to high. And now with the Rosewood blades, you can actually see on the camera that it's spinning a lot faster. Because the old blades kind of blended in with the floor pretty when I was on high. I don't care what other collectors think or say about this fan. This fan's always, in my book, it's always going to be a good performer. It's probably just as, I'm actually not exaggerating when I say this, but it's probably just as powerful as the low profile, to be honest. Curtains are moving around quite a bit. Not so many. Some fans they don't move. They do move them around, but they don't. A lot of them don't move around just as much as this one does. Some of them do. Some they move them around. Usually, the more powerful fans will have moved the curtains around as much as they are moving around right now. This fan is actually more powerful than the Hampton Bay Carriage, to be honest. And considering the Carriage is an older Hampton Bay, I find it pretty nuts. I'm actually surprised that some of the newer Hampton Bays are more powerful than the older ones. This one being a good example. It's a bit of a wobble on high. It always had a little bit of a wobble. What am I saying? Well, not wobble. Wobble when I was on high, especially back when it was still installed. Yeah, it might be a bit more powerful. It probably moves just as much as the Hampton Bay Camera 2. Maybe a bit more. But it's like in between the Hampton Bay Camera 2's air movement and the either more than the Hampton Bay Camera 2 or about the same as the Hunter Low Profile. That's also this fan wasn't cheap, as cheaply made as it is. I mean, it's not the cheapest fan out there, but it's not the best either. I just wish it was a better quality fan. That would be really nice, considering how it moves a great amount of air. I'm going to bring it in closer so you guys can hear the air movement. It's a very powerful fan, especially for a hugger. It's actually probably just as powerful as fans that are not huggers, to be honest. It probably moves a bit more than the Dynasty hugger, or maybe about the same, but maybe a bit more at the same time. Now, in the video, when I showed the basement of the new place, I said I was going to put some of my cheaper fans down there. This is not going to be one of them. This is actually going to be going in my closet, because this fan's just childhood ones that I couldn't possibly put a fan like that in the basement. Man, this thing is definitely hauling out a lot of air, to be honest. Kind of see the motor's bouncing back and forth a bit. Alright, I'm going to show it the light while it's on high. I actually don't know if this is more powerful than the original Carriage House, but I don't know. It might be, it might not be. Yeah, definitely one of these days I'm going to do an iMovie remake of this fan with Rosewood, so it works so nice. I'll do it with the other side too, but I'll probably do it with the Rosewood side first because it's in better shape. Get that little scrape sound, that's usually what it would do when I was on. Sometimes they would just do it often or like once in a while. I don't have to always like take the fan apart completely, just moving the motor up just to tighten it up, so I won't do that. Could be a potential design flaw, but I really doubt it because there's other fans that have the same mounting setup as this one and don't have the issue. So yeah, we shut off the fan and wait. Oops. Okay, so yeah, let's go ahead and do a spin down. And I forgot to mention the other video, but same thing that I did with the 100 Infinity with the Spotlight kit, I will post in the description. Like, so if you guys just want to click to the part where you can see the fan in action, I'll do that in the description. It's actually getting a bit cold in here just having this fan on high. So yeah, next time I do a floor test of the fan, it'll be at the new place. And you guys will be seeing the new fans I'm getting. They actually could have been shipped out this week, but I told them just to hold off because I don't know if the fan will arrive before or after I move out. So I'd rather just wait until I move out so they won't be like any difficulties just to acquire the fan. If it gets shipped here after we move out, that would be a pain just to come and pick it up. So having it, because the security cameras all around this place, so if I don't live here no more, I just show up at the front steps one day and just take the fan if it arrives at the steps. It'll look like I'm stealing it, so I don't want to get involved with the police and stuff like that, because they might think, oh, you stole that person's shipping item. So yeah, they should be here in the next 2 weeks. One of them at least. But yeah, this is where the floor testing ends in this for this location. So until next time I do floor testing, it will be my measurement new place. There's so many fans that I've tested here, and out of all the fans, this is the first fan I actually recorded in the U.S. And this is also going to be the last one so it's the first fan I recorded here, and this house is also the last one. So it's come to a complete stop. That will be the end of this video. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more videos to come, and this is the last video to be recorded in this place, and the next video that I'll record here is a video tour of this place before we move out, and then I'll do a video tour of the place empty. So yeah, thanks for watching guys, and I hope you enjoyed.